Hey guys, Professor Chris here from WayOfTheWarrior.org. Today I want to talk about money. Specifically, how much are you really worth as a martial artist? Obviously, I get questions every single day, email, Facebook, instructor lab, phone calls about, Chris, how much should I charge? How much should I charge? And while that is, of course, a major concern, you have to take a step back and look at what is the, of course, value that you are delivering for the money you want to charge, right? And for school owners, this is a big challenge because typically people, the general public, have no idea the difference between what you teach and what the 5 other guys down the street teach. Therefore, they're always comparing apples to apples. And if you're still an independent martial artist, you don't have a school yet, and you're just looking into getting into private lessons, whether it's part-time or full-time or whatever else, right? Well, then where do you even start? Well, first of all, that's what we're here to help you do. But I want to give you some pointers right now. So take a step back and let's look at really what you're doing, right? So let's say that somebody who's extremely coachable, very committed, and they show up and they want to train with you. Whether it's group lessons, private, whatever it is, doesn't really matter the way that it's going. It's the simple fact that there's someone you know that you can get really great outcomes or results for, right? No matter which way, right? Physically, mentally, martially, spiritually, it doesn't really matter, right? But you just know because they're committed and they're coachable that you're going to be able to mold them into what they need. Notice I didn't say what they want, right? And so when you have somebody who's coachable and committed like that, and you take them under your wing and you show them everything you know, improve their self-confidence, their self-esteem, their physicality, their fighting ability, just their command presence, everything you know how to do. Again, physically, mentally, martially, spiritually, sometimes even socially, right? That you make them into a superhero. They have all these new powers because of you. I mean, how much is that really worth to that person for the rest of their life? And the answer is obviously that it's priceless, right? And this is kind of an exercise that we go through when we talk to people on our private lesson planning sessions. We go through the same sort of process to really find out, okay, well then, if it's priceless, why are you charging what you're currently charging? And if you're charging nothing and you're not in business, why are you not in business yet, right? And it really comes down to simply that maybe you're not sure how to frame or articulate that priceless value, plan it out in what time frame, how to even specifically ask what it is that these coachable and committed people really want or why they want it. Or even worse is that you aren't even getting any people who are coachable and committed, right? You're just getting the tire kickers and the looky-loos and the yahoos that are just either kind of, this looks kind of cool, let me walk in and check this out, or, hey, I found this ad on the interweb and let me click on this, and yeah, man, maybe I'll show up and check it out, maybe I won't, but whatever, right? Those aren't really the guys we like to teach, right? There's a big difference obviously between interested versus committed, right? And we obviously want committed. So again, going back though, there has to be a way that if what you're teaching is priceless, there has to be a way to properly frame and articulate that value exchange. You can't just say, okay, dude, come on here and what I have to show you is priceless, right? And you're just going to pay me everything you got. It doesn't work like that, right? There has to be a very specific result or outcome that you're going to get for that person, and that has to be 10 times the value that they're willing to pay. I mean, that's really the kind of rule of thumb, right? So if you have, let's say that you are training somebody who's going to, let's just keep it really simple, right? Let's say it's somebody that comes in, I don't know, whether they were a good athlete or something or other, and you want to train them to be a professional fighter. And the only reason I'm using that, I know, listen, lots of you guys are doing many other things than teaching people to be professional fighters, right? But it's just a good dollars to dollars comparison here. All right, so let's say that a average pro cage fighter, I don't know, makes maybe $10,000 a year. All right. Unfortunately, that's the way that sport goes, right? Until you hit the big leagues. So, you being able to take them maybe from amateur to professional, right? What are you gonna be able to charge them? $1,000, right? I mean, that's really what it comes down to, right? Now, on the other hand, if you are teaching a child and a teenager, right, and they're looking to get into an Ivy League school, they don't have a whole lot of extracurricular activities, and so the parents show up saying, okay, well, listen, at least my kid doesn't do any sports, he doesn't do any clubs, he's got really good grades, maybe, but I want him to have a black belt, right? Well, first of all, hopefully anybody who's watching this, right, if somebody's like 16 and they're going to go to away in 2 years, that you don't, I'll kick your ass if you say you're going to give them a black belt in 2 years, right? That's ridiculous. We don't want any of that McDojo crap around here, right? But the simple fact that you are going to, when you translate over to the parents and frame and articulate it, the value they're going to get through the self-confidence, the discipline, the routine, right? The mental calm and clarity they're going to get from literally doing moving meditation, right? No matter which fighting art you're doing, 2-3 times a week, right? The consistency of that activity, and that's what colleges are really looking for. So if you think about it like that, and I know a lot of you guys who are school owners that help kids, and you guys have gotten so many kids into better universities and colleges and careers and whatever else than they could have possibly done without you, right? But you're still charging, $100 a month, $129 a month, right? You just changed the trajectory of that child's life. And for those of you guys that are teaching adults, right, it's the same thing, right? Some guy is overweight, stressed out from work, right? He comes into your place and he's looking, I just want to get in shape, whatever else. Bullshit. That's not what he's looking for, right? He's really looking for, he's afraid of something, right? That's why most people turn to martial arts. They're afraid. Physically, mentally, right? Afraid of themselves, afraid of their parents, afraid of the bullies, afraid of their boss, right? Afraid of, the boogeyman, right? Doesn't really matter. There's some sort of fear in there. And by you doing what you do, helping you remove that fear, never mind for that stressed out, fearful, executive or business owner or, just an adult who has a normal job, and you bring them under physical control, under mental control, under spiritual control, right? Then everything in their life obviously is going to improve. There's a reason why we're all martial arts instructors, because that has happened to our lives. But why aren't you saying that and framing it and articulating that to every single person that you want to help, to show them the very real value of what you teach? And again, maybe you just don't know how to do it. And if you don't, that's cool. That's what we're here to help you do. Not only that, but to then make sure that your valuation as a martial artist is maximized, right? Listen, this is the best career you could possibly have. I mean, where else do you get to literally use your physicality, use your strategic mind, right? Help other people accomplish just the impossible, right? And when structured properly, get paid very, very handsomely for it, whether it's in group lessons or whether it's through private lessons or a combination or, synergy of either, right? But that's what we're here for. So look, if you feel that you're not charging what you're truly worth as a professional martial artist, or you're and very experienced martial artist, and seeing all the broke guys in the industry is scaring the pants out of you from coming in and helping people and doing what you're being called to do, right? Either way, guys, you have to give us a call, right? Give us a call. Just go to WayOfTheWarrior.org. If you haven't watched the Masterclass, just go ahead and watch the free Masterclass, how to make $10,000 a month or more, teaching private lessons to the affluent. Underneath that, there's going to be a link to book a free planning session with us. Or if you've watched that already, or you watched some of these videos and you just want to talk to us, that's cool too. Just go to WayOfTheWarrior.org /talk. And during that call, we're going to help you, right? We're going to help you find out what's going on, why you haven't been able to maximize your value as a martial artist, why you're not charging what's appropriate or what's needed or your true value or nothing if you're not in the industry yet, right? And we're going to tell you honestly what you should be charging based on how much value you feel you're bringing to the table. That's part of the planning, right? And then listen, if by doing that through private lessons or otherwise makes sense to you, great. Then we'll work together. If not, perfect. Who cares? Then you have a plan as well, right? Again, it's our mission to raise the valuation of the entire industry. And the only way we can do that is one by one by one. So we're happy to talk to you, right? But you have to make the first move, right? I can't read minds, much to my wife's chagrin. So go ahead, go to WayOfTheWarrior.org, watch the Masterclass, register for a call, or just go to WayOfTheWarrior.org/talk, and we're happy to talk to you. And we can just nail this valuation, this money, and get you the income and the impact, at least on a planning, right, perspective of what you really need, okay? So we'll talk to you soon, guys.